I was texting you now, telling you
I know her.
to take the stairs.
What's up? You sell houses now. You used to be a model and you used to be online real heavy before. Hardrick. Yo, what's good? We back with another TopTv. I'm here with Sade Hardrick, founder and CEO of Helping All Heroes. But you got Claude's Transitional Housing for homeless veterans.
Yes.
Inspired by your grandfather?
Yes.
Somebody that was near and dear and close to you that inspired your life to open up a transitional housing for veterans. How long have your grandfather been deceased? How long has he been gone?
It's been
in flesh.
Time. It's been quite some time. What is this? 2026. It's been quite some time. It feel like forever.
It feel like forever.
Yeah.
Can you share inspiration behind founding Claude's Veteran Transitional Home?
So I've always worked in the healthcare field. I started off working in group homes, centers for children with behavioral disabilities, developmental disabilities in my early 20s. And so working in that field, it made me be like, oh, I want to do this. You know, I want to have my own home one day. So I became a nurse. Yeah. Stayed in the healthcare field.
RN?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a registered nurse. Stayed in the healthcare field. And then when the time was right, I felt like God led me here and told me now is the time. You know, because I've had this dream since my early 20s. But I'm just now doing it because I feel like I'm in my purpose now. You know, like I'm living in my purpose. God has settled my life and put me in a position to where I can do what I'm placed here to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to, you know, because a lot of people could have been, you know, you could have been like, you know, I'm honoring my grandfather, forget the rest of the veterans. It don't matter about nobody else. But you had the heart, your heart was big for other individuals. You saw through him that everybody needed some support.
Yeah, of course.
And you made that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
What were some of the challenges when you were getting the transitional home developed? What were some of the challenges that you had?
Oh man,
trying to get the transitional home to open and just up and running.
So my first one, which is a big one, was the zoning process, because when you're going to have a group home, a transitional home, a sober living home, independent living home, behavior home, mental health home, developmentally disabled home, there's so many.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that your zoning is correct. Your house has to be zoned correctly. You can't be within 1,000 feet of another residential care facility. You have to be zoned as a multifamily. So the home that I purchased, it wasn't zoned correctly.
Right.
So I had to go through that, jump through that hurdle. In the process,
when you say it wasn't zoned correctly, I want to stop right there. When you say it wasn't zoned correctly, what do you mean, like zoned? When, for the people that don't know, for people that's watching and don't know, like when you say zone, what do you mean?
Zoning, whenever you're opening up an establishment, there are certain zoning requirements that you have to abide by per the city ordinance. Okay. And you have to abide by zoning. Zoning is one of the things that you have to abide by. Like, you can't just go buy a house and go build or buy a building and say, I'm going to put this here, I'm going to start that here. Yeah. There are steps that you have to take, and one of those steps is you have to be zoned correctly. Correct. So with the residential facilities, a lot of people are starting them, and unfortunately they can have a bad rep. And so a lot of people in the community may not want a lot of residential care facilities in their neighborhood. Okay. So
why is that? Why would people not want like a care facility? What do you think?
Say if it was a behavioral home.
Oh, people will run out. It'd be all type of stuff happening.
All type of stuff happening. Okay. And if you're not knowledgeable on someone's background, and if you don't know them and you're prejudging, you may be like, I don't want them over here, not really
kind of like scared.
Yeah. So with the residential care facility, they try not to have it so condensed. Yeah. So that's why they have it 1,000 feet apart. One residential care facility 1,000 feet, then you can have another one.
That ain't really a lot of feet, but
it's enough.
It's enough. It might be around the corner of the block. Block type of facility.
So at first, mine was within 1,000 feet. Okay. By the grace of God, I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe they had rechecked it and found out it really wasn't, or maybe someone was about to start a group home and they wasn't really officially open. But the process that I was supposed to or would have had to go through, as far as go before a board and have people in the community come to the meeting and say, no, I don't want this facility, I didn't have to go through that. I did do door to door. My family.
What, like vetting the area, talking to different people,
so my family,
just seeing how they feel.
Okay. So I had to let the neighborhood know who I am.
I'm in here, baby. We in here. We taking care of people. We looking out for individuals. What's up? Can we get in?
Yeah. So I had to let them know I was coming, so they would be open to me coming to the neighborhood. So I did do the door to door, but I didn't have to go before the board. Yeah. By the grace of God. So that I kind of jumped that hurdle, but I still had to get it zoned to be a multi-family because it was zoned to be a single family. So that was
how many bedrooms?
Hurdle. It's 3 bedrooms. Okay. So 2 of the bedrooms are shared, so it'll be 2 people in 2 of those rooms, and then one of the rooms is private, so someone will have their own room.
Let me ask you this, Sade. How does your personal connection to your grandfather influence your work today?
My grandfather was a hard worker. He had a deli when I was growing up, we stayed on East 74th Street in between St. Clair and Superior. And so we stayed in the two family. Me and my mom, my dad, my siblings. My uncle and his family stayed upstairs. My aunt, rest her soul, stayed behind us, but it was a yard in between our house. You know how some houses got a house right behind theirs and they share the yard. And then my grandfather stayed across the street, so it was like family. And then
real close knit.
Real close knit.
I stayed on Pulaski myself.
So. Okay, where that's at?
That's on 79.
It is
between Superior and St. Clair.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a park there now, but
it's a lot of houses that were on 74th Street. They're no longer there no more either. And so at the top of our street, at the halfway part, he had a deli. And so he started off as, just having barbecue, chicken, fries, and stuff. And then he just started selling more.
He advanced.
Yeah, he advanced.
In the deli, in the business.
In the business. Like, he was well known back then. And he also had a boarding house next door to his house where he rented out rooms.
So he already has something going on similar to what you're doing, but yours is more dedicated to the veterans.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What you want to ask me?
No, I wanted to ask you because you came your grandfather had the boarding house just for individuals in general, and you dedicated this to veterans. Why not just do it for people in general? And not just and just for veterans in general. Like you wanted to just do veterans.
So this home, because I do plan to open up more than one. I do plan to do another one or two. We'll see where the Lord leads me.
Yeah.
But this one is geared towards veterans, and it's for veterans. Is because I'm honoring my grandfather.
Okay.
I want to honor him.
That's the main reason.
That's the main reason why I'm doing veterans. Is because I want to honor him. He was in the Vietnam War.
Oh, really?
Vietnam, yeah, and I don't
a real vet
about it, but
a real vet. You know what I mean? A real shooter.
That was a tough war.
Yeah, a real shooter.
Very tough war. A lot of people that came back from the Vietnam were not the same.
He had all his mobilities,
but
and
he was able to
his
still
mind
keep
was
it
together.
Going. He was able to still keep it going, and my grandfather was just all about family, helping people. He would give you the shirt off his back. Like he just always wanted to see his family together. Like when we would be, having our disagreements or whatever, he just wanted us to come together.
Well, when you go through a war, and I only been in urban wars myself. I ain't been overseas, but when you go through war, you want to be around your family. When you go through traumatic experiences, deaths and stuff like that, I think that is, something in your brain says like, this is what it's all about. Especially for people that's been overseas, that's a long way away from home. I really can't speak for them, but I'm just thinking like, if I'm thousands of miles away from my family and I'm shooting and I'm killing and I don't know if I'm gonna make it back, and I definitely probably will be near and dear and close to my family when I came back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's I think that vets don't get the honor and love that they deserve from serving this country.
I agree.
And so you just had it in your heart to just supply that need for people that's homeless. So let me ask you this: do you just cater to the homeless? Can they be a vet and they just like having a hard time and they need your help? They not really homeless, but they might be on the brink of homelessness. They might be, have a home, but they might be on the brink of homelessness. Can they come to Claude's Transitional Housing and seek shelter?
Yeah, so I actually had a gentleman reach out to me. He wasn't quite homeless, living on the street.
Yeah.
He was living on a family member's couch.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So you can be on the brink of homelessness being unhoused, and I will still help you. As long as I got a bed open, you're a veteran, and you do not have a place to stay, no stability, then yes.
What's the full requirement? Because I know you're saying you don't have to have, you got, you know, if you don't have full stability, but what's the requirements?
So you have to be a veteran.
Okay, of course.
Homeless, on the brink of. You have to show proof of being in the service, like a DD 214.
You can't be talking about I was in high school and you know, what's that thing they got in high school they be doing?
That ROTC.
Yeah, you can't be talking about I was in ROTC and I need somewhere to stay. Listen, you ain't served nowhere. You feel me? You
Yeah, we
you
not,
can't be ROTC.
Junior ROTC.
You gotta
ROTC,
really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta really been in them trenches, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, proof of service, homeless, on the brink of, and a way to be able to pay a rent.
Okay. So they gotta have some type of income that will supplement their living.
Yes. Okay. Yes. You have to be independent. You have to be able.
So you can have you can't be disabled.
No disabled. Not in a wheelchair. You have to be able to get up, wash yourself up, take your medicine. If you even got a car, you know, you can have a car. You have to be able to
basically do for yourself.
Yeah, do for yourself. Do for yourself.
Is it an age range?
35 to 65.
35 to 65.
Yes.
So you can't be 25. You know what I'm saying? Talk about I'm homeless. You need to go get you a job.
I mean, we
you
can
need
always
to go work.
We can always talk and work things out. We can always talk and work things out.
Yeah,
but
you possibly will help somebody if they really need it.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, we're going to be back with another Top TV. Make sure y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Everybody. So this is that small project I did in mass, and if people apply themselves under my leadership, a lot of people gonna win. But I really need serious students, and it was just like I learned it was bigger than me when I started winning people cases, because there's nothing like another case. I was in the lunchroom and the warden came surrounded me. I'm eating lunch with my guys, and he said, "Jermaine, I want to thank you." He was like, "This lady just called our office crying. Her son won." And it was just like those little bitty moments.
We back with Sade, Claude's Veterans Transitional Housing. You just did it big for your granddad, you know, putting on for your grandfather, making sure that his legacy is still alive, and making sure that he is well known, and, you know, people can understand that, you know, veterans are, you know, near and dear to us.
Yes.
And not they're just not people that fight for the country and we don't care.
Yes.
We talked about you was talking about licensing and people who can open up transitional housing without one and people who can. Why is it important for you to have licensing versus not having it? Because you can still open up one.
Absolutely.
So why is it important for you to open it up with a license?
So for me, I wanted to be licensed because I wanted to have that certification under my belt, and I wanted my house to be certified. You get more help when you're licensed. The veterans can get more resources.
That check.
Get more resources when you're licensed, and it's a lot of good pros with being licensed.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good pros with being unlicensed as well. You don't have as many rules you have to follow, because when you're licensed by the state, you have to go by their rules and their guidelines.
Yeah.
So it's a difference, and I chose licensing because I just wanted to have that certification. I wanted to be able to have access to more funding for my veterans.
Yeah.
And
All T's crossed and I's dotted. Yeah.
Yeah. So I may do an unlicensed one in the future. We'll see.
Yeah, one and one, just to see how it go, and then if one do better than the other, we'll go all with that one maybe.
Yeah. Because I said my next one maybe a all female veteran home, because this is an all male veteran home. Yeah. So my next one would be an all female.
Do you have any female veterans in your home, your family, or any friends, family members? You gotta think right now. They were like, cuz.
My godmother, shout out to my godmother, Valerie Isom. I believe her sister was in the service. It's a couple of people that I've met along the way, a couple females that I met along the way that are veterans. I have a friend that I know that's a veteran, and I just met someone, I think you know her as well. I met her at one of the lounges I went to on behalf of Veterans Live. She's a veteran. I don't know as many women veterans that I do men.
Male.
Yeah, and I feel like the women veterans don't get as much attention as the men, because when you think veteran, you don't always really think female.
Do you think you don't really think female? But I want to say this to you. Shout out to Hips 82, because she's the one that you know gave me your story.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she's a veteran, so she reached out to me and said, "Hey, you should have this story on your show."
Yeah, she's been a big support. She's been a big support, man.
She's a major support to me.
Man, you're not the only person that said that about her.
Yeah, she's a special lady.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this. What role does mental health play in the recovery and transition of veterans, you think?
A big one, because a lot of the things that they've been through while serving, and then having to come back over here and just go through things in their personal life with their families, the mental health is very important. I think that if they had more help with their mental health, then they may be more stable and wouldn't need, my services.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I'm hoping that can be improved with them when they come and stay in my home is their mental health.
Yeah, because that's a major thing that goes on with veterans. You know, they come back, they be, you know, mentally disturbed because of the wars that they've been through, and so they need that mental support.
Absolutely.
You know, and Claude's veteran transitional housing offers that support. Do they offer that type of program within the housing?
So
What programs is tailored in Claude's transitional homes?
So I have a job readiness program. I assist them with finding a credit repair program to work on their credit, because the goal is for them to be independent again.
Yeah.
To get out on your own, and credit is a big part of that.
Yeah.
You know, and laundry access, them being able to regain their independence, doing their own laundry, you know, computer access, being able to get on the computer. I have a resource center in my basement. I have 2 desks, and so being able to get on the computer, maneuver through the computer, have computer skills.
They'll be able to learn Microsoft Word, you know, anything that's
learn how to build their resume.
Yeah.
You know, and then I have another side to my basement where they'll be able to work out. You know, working out relieves stress.
Yeah.
Working out is beneficial to your mental health.
It is.
So I have a couple of programs, a few programs that'll be able to assist them with regaining their independence.
Okay. What misconceptions about homelessness and veterans would you like to address?
So when I first bought my home, and you know, a couple people came and seen my home, or when I told some people about it, the first thought was, why you doing that? You know they crazy. What if they tear up your stuff? What if they mess up your house? This is nice. I hope they don't mess it up. You know, and it's like, come on now.
Let me ask you this, Sade. Do you think people was more concerned about your well-being and your safety? Because let's be honest, you know, veterans do have PTSD. You know, some of them get violent. So I don't think it was all bad for people to say that. It was something for you to think about, right? Kind of, in a way.
Yeah and no.
Because everybody ain't your granddad.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
But they need help.
Yeah, they need help. So would you have like security around? What would you?
I don't.
How would you deal with an issue of somebody having a PTSD episode?
So I don't have security. I do have cameras. So I have cameras, and the way that I plan on combating that is everyone in my home has to have a care plan. Okay, so we have a care plan. Before you get accepted into my home, you have to have a health assessment.
Yeah.
So I don't know what mental diagnosis that you have. I don't know what's to put in your care plan based off of your health assessment. I don't know the protocols that I need to put into place if you do have a PTSD episode. And a protocol is not an umbrella. It's per person because everyone's mental health background is different.
Right.
So, and I'm not saying that it's gonna be all peaches and cream. I'm pretty sure, you know, someone
ain't nothing all peaches and cream.
like someone may have a bad day and may not handle it well, may take it out on another resident, or
might have an episode.
You might have an episode, a PTSD episode, may want to throw something. But that don't mean I'm gonna just be like, oh, shut it all down. He just had an episode, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I feel for them. So maybe I just take it offensive when people say that, because it's like, even if you're not a veteran, people who are not veterans have mental health backgrounds.
But let me ask you this, Sade. If that issue arises and somebody has an episode, how are you equipped to deal with them type of issues? Like is it any type of therapist on board that you have? Or Are you vast in therapy? Can you talk them down off the ledge? How are we going to deal with people that may have a little episode?
So, in their care plan, the options are, and once again, the care plan is not made until you meet the person and so forth.
So you got a veteran.
I got a veteran, and let's say they have a mental health, they got bipolar.
Yeah.
And they're having an episode. You know, they think that the roommate is trying to kill them. And the roommate
they think they Charlie all around.
Yeah. So, for me, I'll go over to my house. I'll go over to my house and I see what's going on up front.
Mm-hmm.
I get the case manager involved.
Yeah.
You know, veterans that have case managers through the VA, get the case manager involved. Do they have a therapist? Get the therapist involved. And we work through what is going to be in their care plan if they have an episode. And we come up with that together.
Whatever the issues is.
Yeah.
Oh.
What kind of partnerships or collaborations does Claude's Transitional Home engage in to enhance its services?
So, collaborations. So, I've been speaking with a nonprofit organization. There may be a possible collaboration with the nonprofit organization. I ran into a veteran services director yesterday, and we spoke. So he's in agreement with helping me with some things I may need help with. Mm-hmm. I've also been in contact with the what is it called? He represents the Famicos Foundation that's in the neighborhood that my home is in.
Okay. So you in the Superior area?
105 in St. Clair.
Okay, so you in the Glenville community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
My neighborhood, our neighborhood.
Councilman Kevin Conwell.
Shout out to Conwell. Yeah. Love him.
Yeah. So
great guy.
I just been networking and meeting with some people and starting relationships. So when I do get some people in the home, then I'll have some people that I can collab with.
Yeah. What are some of the resources you provide to help veterans regain their independence? I know you said you got computer classes and stuff like that. Is there any other resources that you offer?
So they don't
job
have
readiness, things like that.
Classes, but they'll have access to computers, so they can use them. And in my resource center, I have a little area on my bookshelf where I'll put, and I have there now, but as time go on, I'll put updated information, updated resources for them. Like right now, I believe I have a flyer for them to log on, and they can do it in the resource center. They don't have to physically go there, but log on to it's a class. It's like a class for veterans. So outside of the computers and regaining their independency, they'll also have resources to things outside of my house.
For sure. Can you share a particular memorable experience or moment from your journey with Claude's? Because I know you haven't officially opened, but is there any type of memorable moments that you would like to share so far that you've experienced during putting this thing together?
Well, my open house.
Yeah. Very
memorable to me.
Ribbon cutting.
My open house and ribbon cutting, yes, that was awesome. What was funny?
And she was smiling from ear to ear, just happy to help people,
Yeah. What was funny? So I was getting ready for it, preparing for it. I wanted to make sure I had those real big scissors and everything to cut the ribbon.
Yeah.
And when I got up there, and before I cut the ribbon, I looked at my godmother and I said, I gotta say something, don't I? And she like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't even think about that.
You ain't prepared your acceptance speech.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I have to say something after I cut the ribbon. What am I gonna say? So that was kind of funny to me. And then on the tours of the open house, I had quite a few people asking a lot of questions, really good questions. I really liked that because that let me know that they were really engaged and in tune and interested in what I was doing. It just made me smile from ear to ear just to see the support that I had there. Like my friend that's here with me now, Camellia Dabney, just having people there and seeing the support team that I have in the flesh.
Yeah.
And just seeing it come to fruition.
Because this ain't a thing that everybody can benefit off of. This is something that is kind of like segregated just strictly for veterans. So it's like to have that support team on your side, and they not even benefiting off of it. It's just something that you're doing to support, your grandfather's dream and people that's veterans and things like that. That gotta be something great. People, you gotta feel good about it. For people to support you because they not benefiting off of it, but they come out and support a real cause.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what's up. Hey, we're gonna be back with Sade, Claude's Transitional Housing. Make sure y'all stay tuned.
Available to everybody. So this is that small project I did in mass, and if people apply themselves under my leadership, a lot of people gonna win. But I really need serious students, and it was just like I learned it was bigger than me when I started winning people cases, because there's nothing like another case. I was in the lunchroom and the warden came surrounding me. I'm eating lunch with my guys, and he said, "Jermaine, I want to thank you." And he was like, "This lady just called our office crying. Her son won." And it was just like those little bitty moments
Yep. Yo, we back with another Top TV. This your main man, Hollywood Chucky, a.k.a. Big Motion, a.k.a. Charles White. You already know what it is. I'm in here with Sade, Claude, veteran transitional housing for homeless veterans. What advice would you give individuals looking to support homeless veterans in their communities?
If you don't know where to go, you can always Google somewhere or go to the VA hospital. You can always drop stuff off there. I've had a couple people call me already and was like, I wanted to give some things to the veterans, and I wanted to know, are you taking donations? And
they was asking you that.
Mm-hmm, like they found me on Google,
yeah,
and called me
before the transitional housing was open. So what was you? So let me ask you this, Sade. So were you doing things for veterans prior to opening transitional housing?
No, it's just that as soon as I started this process, before I even opened, I started getting myself out there. I had I'm on Google.
You did the footwork.
Yeah, I put the footwork in.
Okay.
Prior to me opening, as if I was open. You would have thought I was. But I wasn't yet, just so I can get myself out there and let people know that, hey, I'm here. Claude's Vets is here. So that's how people started reaching out to me way before I was even able to accept them.
And you went with one of the bigger realtor companies in the area. Mm-hmm. Camille is in the building. Is that your name? Is that how I pronounce your name? Camille. Brick House Realty. You went through Brick House Realty, and I know they got a big presence on social media. They doing their thing. They've been doing their thing for years now. Mm-hmm. Why did you choose that particular realtor company to go through?
So me and Camellia are both in the group home community with Dwayne Griffin. Okay. And so that's where I met Camellia at. So we were on a call one day, and Camellia was educating everyone in the community about the ins and outs of buying a home. And so I had asked her, well, when should I start looking for one for my transitional home? And she said now, because sometimes it could take up to a year. It's not a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of thing. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well let me make an appointment with you. So I made the appointment with her. And the first house we looked at within a couple weeks, that was the first house I went with. So that's how I got connected with Camellia, and she been there with me the whole entire time.
People like you in sales, we call an ace. You just get it. You as soon as you see something, you don't gotta look at 10 properties. You look at 5, and from the first 5 you want.
I'm ready to get going.
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
How can faith-based organizations better support veterans in need?
Because I feel like just to get through the day, you gotta have some faith.
Yeah. God is the greatest.
Just to get through the day, you gotta have some faith. Yeah. And the veterans, they need it a lot because they go through a lot. And a lot of things we can't understand what they're going through because we wasn't overseas fighting with them. Mm-hmm. Only another veteran can truly understand what another veteran is going through. We can only think and imagine what they're going through. So, but God knows.
So did your grandfather have episodes? Did he go through things when coming up? Did you see him go through different transitions and having PTSD from the things that he'd been through?
Me personally,
did you deal with that?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't see that side of him. And when I was a kid, I didn't even know he was a veteran.
Do you think that would have changed your outlook on him if you would have been through that situation with him?
Because I feel like, when you're a child, you don't really understand, like, veterans, truly, if no one is telling you.
Yeah.
You know, from my memories of my grandfather, I don't remember no episodes. I don't remember anything bad about him. But that's me as a child. Now, what my mom and her siblings may have experienced, of course, would be different from me because that's their father and they experienced him after he came, you know, right after he came back. But as far as me seeing episodes or PTSD, I never seen them.
He was pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What steps can society take to reduce the stigma around homelessness, particularly among veterans?
Well, you could start off by saying, stop saying, what if they tear your house up? Okay, let's start there. And, you know, just be more, give them more grace.
Yeah.
Give them more grace. You know that everybody is going to go through something, whether you're a veteran or not. You know, so give them grace, lend a helping hand, tell them thank you for your service.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I heard stories though. I heard stories where it got, you know, people ran out into the woods and they just was dealing with issues. Mm-hmm. You know, that they had different issues that they were going through. And you got to be empathetic to these different issues that individuals are, you know, up against.
Mm-hmm. I think being empathetic to veterans will teach you to be empathetic to everyone, because you don't have to be a veteran to have a mental health issue.
Yeah.
I may wake up one day and run out into the woods. I'm not a veteran.
It might be that type of day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
it might be going on.
Yeah, like I've got into the habit of now, if I have a patient that's a veteran, I say thank you for your service.
Yeah.
I didn't do that before. As time is going on, I'm having more and more of an appreciation for veterans.
Yeah, because these people got to fight these wars. They got to be in them choppers. They got to be in them helicopters. They got to be in them fighter jets, you know, fighting off individuals so you could be free here in America. Mm-hmm. So they say, you know, but that's another story for individuals. But basically free here in America, you know. And they got to fight that war.
Yeah.
You know, so we do got to be, you know, have some type of heart and, you know, compassion for individuals that's been out there overseas, you know, just dealing with different ethnicities and different environments, you know, that they got to deal with.
Yeah.
How do you handle the emotional weight that comes with advocating for vulnerable population?
I just continue to say what I got to say.
Yeah.
Say what I got to say and pray about it. Yep. Look to God to help me keep my emotions intact.
Yeah.
And just educate people, because people don't know. Some people don't know.
You got to have a heart of gold to be a RN. Some of y'all RNs kind of, you know, rough around the edges. But for real, to be a person in a medical field, you got to have some type of heart to, you know, love on people and just deal with individuals every day, because people are hurt, people are injured, people are taking medicine, people are not in a right mind all of the time. And, you know, that's a lot, that weighs a lot on RNs, LPNs, people like that's in that field, you know. So for you to cross over and then dive even deeper and down a rabbit hole, I want to say, with veterans and you know, people that's been to war that have took lives, you know, or had a leg amputated. And I know you said you don't really deal with the people that have disabilities, but let me ask you this: what if I do have a disability, but I'm able to move around on my own and I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me? What if I got a leg, my lower leg amputated, but I got, you know, a prosthetic leg, and I need Claude's veteran transitional housing? Would I be able to come there?
You could still get up and walk and do everything else. As
Yeah,
if
what if I
somebody
can do
didn't
it?
have a prosthetic leg, then
yeah.
you can come.
You can
But
come.
if you need a wheelchair ramp, I don't have a wheelchair ramp.
No.
You know, stuff like that.
What about the future for Claude's transitional housing? Will it have that type of thing, or are you just dealing with individuals that's dealing with homelessness at that particular issue?
So we won't be putting a wheelchair ramp on.
Not right now.
Not ever.
Not right now,
So,
fellas, but maybe.
This home is for independent veterans.
Yeah. So you got to be able to get up, feed yourself, do everything you need to do. You know,
If a veteran reach out to me and let's say they do need a wheelchair ramp, I can guide them.
oh, so you have resources.
I can guide them. Yeah.
Okay.
To the.
So oil ain't lost. Oil's not lost. We can help you still.
If it's something I can't do, I'll tell you where to go.
Last but not least,
try to help you and give you that resource where you can get what you need if I can't give it to you.
she got a heart. She got a big heart.
But I want to know why you said RNs are rough around the edges.
No, some of them are rough around
Why
the
you say
edges.
that though?
I mean, because some of them rough around the edges.
But why you say
Some of them
that?
ain't just as sweet. And
Have you
some ain't
experienced that?
sweet. Some of them ain't sweet as a strawberry like you. Some of them, you know, they might be bitter like
Why you say
a
that?
bitter melon. You know, I don't know. You know, I mean, we done seen stories. There's been stories out here in the world.
I mean, stories about everybody and everything.
I'm just saying, like you.
You know, I'm gonna rap though.
Yeah, you rapping. We ain't gonna say nothing else. We ain't gonna argue with it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna let her rap. You know what I mean? I'm just saying though, like, you know, there's some veterans out here like, hey, you better shut up. You know what I mean? Go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? When they in there, you know, but you're not like that. You got compassion. You got empathy for people. You got sympathy for individuals. You know, and it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of self-reflection to deal with individuals. You know, so I commend you for that.
Thank you.
You know, and I'm happy that you are in our area giving veterans a place to stay, a place to, you know, have resources, a place to just grow. You know, you said you have some literature that you want to show.
Yes. So the first one is my flyer for Claude's Veterans Transitional Home. It gives you a summary, a real quick, short summary breakdown of what I provide.
Program features.
Yeah, so I'll read it off. Faith-based enrollment assistance and credit repair program, job readiness and placement, computer access, 3 nutritional meals, all food is provided, meals are cooked, laundry access, you have a washer and dryer, peer engagement with your roommates, 1 year rental agreement. My goal is for you to be out on your feet and regain your independence within a year. If it takes you longer, that's fine. If it don't take as long as a year, that's fine as well.
Either you could do 6 months or 2 years, but you out of here.
My property features is newly renovated, really nice. 1 private room, 2 shared rooms, 1.5 bathrooms. Security is the alarm system. Glenville community is 2 miles from the VA hospital.
Our hood.
Right on the bus line. And if you cannot afford to pay private pay, there's access to vouchers. There's something called RSS, which is the Residential Supplemental Services that you can apply for through ODJFS. And also the Ohio Mental Health and Addiction Services Board, which is the same, but they changed their name recently to the Ohio Behavioral Health.
Yeah.
So there are resources out there for you to be able to pay your rent. They help with security deposit. And I am also thinking about looking into getting certified through the HUD VASH. So the CMHA pairs with VA, and they came up with this voucher called Hub Vash. And what they do is it's similar to Section 8, but it's specifically for veterans. And what they do is they assist you in paying a percentage of your rent. So there's ways to get your rent paid. So don't let that be
know
a barrier.
She can help you.
I also have.
Okay, you got a pamphlet.
I got more. Okay, y'all.
You got a pamphlet.
Got a pamphlet. And
let me read.
Yes. I have my business cards. I have a website,
www.helpingallheroes.com.
And that's heroes, HEROES, not HEROS. I have an Instagram, Claude_vets. Am I doing too much?
You're doing great.
All right. Or you can call my phone at 216-309-1548. Even if you just have questions, you may not need housing now, but you think you may need it, in the future if your stability is a little unstable.
Keep her tapped in on your line, fellas.
Yep.
Ladies,
yep.
Vets. We are committed to decreasing the number of homeless veterans in Cleveland by equipping them with the tools, resources, and support they need to succeed through structured program, pure relationships, and faith-based guidance. We empower veterans to reclaim their lives and move forward with confidence. That's Claude's transitional home mission statement. What does that mean to you?
To me, it means that we here for you.
Yeah.
You got somebody on your side.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you think you can't do, I'm here to tell you that you can. If you need help doing it, I'm here to help you do it. It's all about the mindset. In my basement, I have on the wall mindset, and it's everything. In the basement of the veterans home, I have on the wall mindset is everything. Mindset is everything.
It's everything.
So anything you need, I'm here to help you. And even if you're not faith-based, it's not forced onto you.
We here to get you back on your feet, baby. Last but not least, Sade, what can we do as a community to honor and support our veterans beyond transitional home and housing?
A lot of veterans are at the VA hospital. They go up there, they see their friends, they have doctor's appointments. When I go to the VA hospital, I run into so many veterans. It's just, when I walk in there, I'm in awe because there's so many veterans. Outside of transitional home, go to the VA hospital and start a conversation with someone.
Yeah. Flat out.
Start a random conversation.
Support them veterans.
And see what they need. Hear their backstory. You just never know, what you can do for someone.
Just to keep somebody holding on to that, to their life, man, because these individuals been through war. You know what I mean? They've been through a lot. They done seen limbs blown off, people that they was close to die, that they made friends with, just lost their mind because they've been out there and seeing different things, or just then came back. It's a lot that goes on with veterans, man. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you putting that veterans home in our community and spreading that love to people who need it. HelpingAllHeroes.com. Make sure y'all go to HelpingAllHeroes.com and sign up any individuals that you think need help, or if you know an individual that needs help, send them to Sade. Claude's Transitional Homes. 216-309-1548 is the number. You can reach out, or you can download the .com. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for just putting this home in our community and just spreading love and light. Because a lot of people they don't really care. But you took the time out to open, because reason I'm saying this is because you're not a veteran. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to care about veterans. Your grandfather has left his legacy, but you continue to carry that legacy. So it's real important and it's real big. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all reach out. You know what I mean? Until next time, TopTv. I'll see y'all in a minute.
Peace.